Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be diving into the James Charles palette and talking about his brand new YouTube show, Insta Influencer. Now, I'm sure like me, you're all watching this show too and are anxiously waiting to see who's going to win. So today I thought we'd do a look inspired by the rainbow splatter paint of the show and talk about what's going on. And now, I'm no professional like the contestants are on the show, so if mine looks just slightly ratchet, just ignore that and enjoy the video. So stay tuned to see how I go from this to this. I've already done my base layer of makeup, so we're just going to be going through the eyeshadow portion of the video and talk about what's going on in the show. So I think the first thing that I want to address is how the heck Gabriel stayed as long as he did. Like, I know I cannot be the only one with the opinion that he should have went home episode 1. I feel like he just kept barely scraping by each week. And then episode 2, when Indigo went home because of the drag competition, this is just my opinion, so don't come after me if you don't agree. I think Indigo should have stayed over Gabriel. Just because, I don't know, there's nothing special happening with his looks, like, in the show. And I feel like they're just good enough for the judges to not be like, well, they really flopped it up this week. I think they're just good enough to keep going, Gabriel is. And then Indigo, I've seen all over like Instagram chat rooms for the show, is that everyone's talking about the wig karma, how Benny wanted it and Indigo got it instead, and that's why he went home, because it was just getting some karma back. That's what everyone's joked anyway. But I think his look wasn't that bad. Now, I don't watch anime at all, so I don't know if it was actually good or not. But the band-aid thing was really cool. That was pretty cool. I wouldn't have thought of that. Well, obviously, because I don't watch anime. But you get what I'm saying. But I think everyone and their mamas knew that the final 3 was going to be Benny, Kaylin, and Ashley. I feel like it's really easy for anybody to have seen that coming from a mile away. So on this eye, I'm just going red, orange, and working my way into a yellow. And just kind of doing a pride look based off the Insta Influencer splatter paints with the bad boy himself, the James Charles X Morphe palette. I think that Kaylin's gonna win, even though I think everybody thinks that Ashley should win. The only reason why I think Kaylin's going to win is because she has more of the influencer vibe. She's very stereotypical influencer, fits in perfectly. And I feel like she's just the right age for it. She looks the part. The only thing is, who does that girl need to work on rambling? I thought that first episode edit was so funny when they just made it look like sis couldn't stop talking. And also, that girl is so good at it. She is really good at what she does. The only thing is that she needs to be more confident in it, like what James was telling her, because it does get kind of nerve-wracking because it feels like she pulls each episode out of her butt each week. Now, going into Ashley, I think she's probably the best one on the show. She is very good at what she does, and she's very confident about what she does. That's why I think she'll probably, I think she's what everyone is expecting to win. And because of that right there, because everyone is expecting her to win, that's why I think Kaylin's just gonna kind of underdog, sideswipe, and just get that crown for herself, sis. My thing about Benny, he is my favorite of the show, and I want him to win. I just kind of know he's not really going to. And that's just because I think he still has like some growing to do. Like he still seems very immature. He still seems like in a learning state, which is not a bad thing. Like, he's very good at makeup and being an influencer, and he got along with Bretman Rock really nice, so it shows he can work well with others. I just think he needs to kind of like figure out his beauty guru journey that he wants to go down, which I think he will be just another carbon copy of Bretman and James Charles. Because that's my only concern. And he said that like those two boys are like why he's into the beauty community right now and working on like his career of becoming an MUA and influencer. But I don't know, I feel like Benny just still has some growing up to do. Like James got into the community early at that age too, but because James was still kind of like paving the way, that's why I think Benny still needs just some more time to like develop his own character instead of just copying whatever James and Bretman do. My opinions for the final episode, I'm not sure what the, like I can't pinpoint what I think the final challenge is going to be, just the, like it's gotta be big. And honestly, I'm really excited, looking forward to Friday's episode, just because I think it's going to be a very, very close call. Like, I think from the get-go, episode 1, it was very easy to see who our final 3 was going to be. And that's why I think it's going to be very interesting to see who comes out on top. Because I don't think really anybody's counting on Benny to win right now. But that, like I said about Kaylin's standpoint, I think he could also just swoop in and get it. And the only reason why I think Ashley isn't going to get it is because she's the one expected to win. Like, I feel like Ashley very quickly and easily became a crowd audience favorite by how good at her craft she is. Alright, now that we got our base layers done with the rainbow, I'm just going to be taking an angled brush, and instead of using like a liquid eyeliner, I'm just going to be using black eyeshadow for liner. My thing about Gabriel is that he, like I said about Benny, has a lot of growing to do. Like, he doesn't seem good at the whole influencer part yet. I feel like he could very easily be a celebrity stylist one day, because he seems more of like a sideline character. Like, there's nothing about his personality that I don't think is drawing anybody to him. Alrighty, now that that's on, I'm just going to be taking a very fluffy brush. I'm going to take this fluffy brush and just kind of take the shadows I did on top and go underneath my eye. What I really like about the show is how I feel like if anyone's here to save the beauty community, hands down it would be James Charles to do so. He just has this nice, open, warm personality, and after going through all the drama he went through last year, and where he proved most of it to be false, and how it really shows you like who in the community you can't really like trust, and I feel like he went through so much last year to overcome, that he's now the right guy to save the community back together again. And now from the more inner corner eye, we're just going to be taking a flat eyeshadow brush and just going along the edge. Alright, let's talk about the small controversy that Insta Influencer found itself in. Now, as someone active on Twitter as I am, mainly liking other people's tweets, not posting my own, I noticed that a lot of people were criticizing the first challenge they had to go through, doing the apology videos. And a lot of people were like, so I wonder of how many beauty gurus apology videos are fake. And I think after the whole Laura Lee scandal, with she clearly was not upset when apologizing about her racist tweets, I think all of their videos were hilarious and great, and they did what an influencer should do in their caught in a scandal, apologize. Now, if they're always sincere or not, I don't really think that's the whole point. Because if they want to save their fan base, whether they agree with apologizing or not, they're still going to, just to save face. Which isn't a bad thing. But I saw a lot of people on Twitter were upset, and I saw T channels like retweeting like people's concerns, being like, so like, how dishonest are gurus? Are they, is any apology sincere? And it just made people like really question the beauty community, which I can understand like why someone could get frustrated about that, because they want who they like and who they look up to, their role models, to like be honest with them, and they never want their idols to mess up. But everyone's going to mess up just because it happens. Like, there's literally nobody perfect, so you can't expect somebody to be perfect all the time, especially when they have an internet fandom like platform. Simply because like when you got millions and millions and millions of people giving their opinions on you, and not everyone's going to agree with you out of those millions and millions of followers, someone is bound to mess up somewhere. So no, I personally don't think the apology videos were a bad thing. It teaches them what to do when that happens, and sometimes they're funny. Like, if you don't have to apologize for something, if it's like not that serious, a funny apology video can like make anybody laugh and just forget about it. And so Benny freaking moving his lash was so funny. I think it was pretty obvious he was gonna win, because that was just too clever for one. But yeah, I don't think it's as big of a deal as some beauty community Karens wanted it to be. Also, I think it was probably a really good thing James had them do that, because you never know when the next scandal could fall on you. You never know something you do in 5 years from then is going to come back to haunt you that you're going to have to apologize for. So I think it was really good of James to like have them at least somewhat prepared for when backlash faces them, because it doesn't avoid every influencer, social media personnel. Everyone's in a scandal once. So I think James doing that was one of the best learning curves he could have done for his contestants there. Let's comment on the judges of Insta Influencer. Now, James, Norvina, best judges you could have picked for the show. I mean, obviously James, it's his show, but I think having the guest judge is something that's really fun. It's what makes a good reality competition show a good reality competition show. Can we talk about how bad Paris Hilton was? Like, I loved the girl. She was a little bit before me. I never saw her TV show growing up. But she was always just like, you're so pretty. I would buy that. You sold me. It's like, it's not really helping them out there, Paris, but alright, you're so nice. And then Trixie Mattel. I mean, it's Trixie Mattel. Who's gonna argue that that's a bad judge? And it was so funny if you watch James' video the following week. Trixie was like, I would much rather be a judge. You don't have to do anything. And it's like low-key roasted James Charles on his own YouTube channel. But it was just so funny. You can tell that those two have good chemistry and get along really well. And plus, you can't do a drag episode now and have a drag queen be a guest judge. Like, it would just be a little weird if you did that. But then last week judge with Lipstick Nick, another really, really good one to have as a judge because of her work with the makeup industry, and her and James were already friends, so I think it's just really nice that James is bringing in people he like knows or has wanted to know. Like with Trixie, they only met like that one time, I think they said on James' video the following week. So I think that the guest judges is one of the best things James could have done for the show. And we all know the real showstopper of the show, Paris Hilton's dog. Just sitting there with its tongue hanging out. I mean, you can't get a better guest judge than that. It's just a way to recap the whole video. I think Kaylin's gonna win. And I just have to say, I think she fits the part best. Like, I feel like Ashley hasn't changed from James Charles' first corrective criticism of being like, I'm bursting with excitement. Like, I feel like she hasn't changed from that at all. Like, she has a great personality, but I feel like it never really came out on screen, like, for her videos until she was with Nikita for the influencer collaboration. And she talked about her kid and how she was a teen mom. And I'm almost afraid, because every mom talks about their kid, it's like what you do, but I'm almost afraid she's gonna pull the mom card in the finale and be like, this would just really benefit me and my kid. And like Benny and Kaylin can't say, oh, pick me because I'm a parent, you know. I just don't want Ashley to pull the mom card as like a sympathy vote, as like a last minute effort to try to win. I just touched mascara to the eyeshadow and I don't know if I'll be able to wipe it away. Alright, I don't have any false lashes to pop on, otherwise I would pop those on. This is the complete look. We're looking pretty fresh. Also, can we talk about how weird the like elimination is? Like I feel like they should all be in one room and they should all get their criticisms at once and then have like a bottom two and then do the whole like dramatic like 5-second ad break and then come back and be like, oh, Gabriel, you're leaving, bud. And then have the other person be like, oh my god, like I'm so glad I get to stay. Like, I feel like that would make that way more dramatic than just sitting in your video lab being like, waiting for James Charles to video message me. Because that's odd. And it's so sad when he comes in and has to be like, hey sister, let's sign off together. And it's like, Brittany on episode 1, James said in this video that they had to like record it multiple times because sis was crying, couldn't stop crying. Like, I would be crying too if I got sent home. Like, they need to, if season 2 happens, they need to not do that. Or at least pre-record everyone's sign-off video just like all at once and not at like the end of the day in case they cry like that. Because these are like 14-hour film days. You don't want to be there any longer and you don't want to like stay if you can't stop crying, you know. It would just be real embarrassing. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for another video, and make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and I promise we'll do more makeup videos and we can just watch the process get better each time I do it, and we can come back in a year from now and look at that first makeup video I did and be like, ooh, sis, why did you do that? We're just gonna get better as we grow, you guys. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like the new background. I did it myself. Thank you, Amazon and my grandma, for having Amazon Prime. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed, and if you haven't yet, make sure you do before you go. Okay, let's just gonna wait. This is where you subscribe to my channel. Okay, now that that's done, make sure you turn on the bell icon and make sure you get a notification every time I upload a new video. See what I did there? Thank you guys so much for coming back. See ya!